Well. Is Operation Sindoor beginning now? Well, some things are happening in Afghanistan, very fast moving developments, and it is believed that this is the key reason why the foreign minister of Afghanistan paid a visit to India. Let's take a quick look at a slide deck. As always, a small request to all of you to please like this video, and if you have not already subscribed to our channel, to subscribe to our channel. India's strategic interest in Bagram Airbase. Bagram Airbase, if you go back and look at when it was constructed by the Russians and when they occupied Afghanistan. And then when America came in 2001, they took over and made some more enhancements. But that's the history of Bagram. It is believed on 2021, August 15th, that much of the Bagram Airbase was vacated by the Americans, but there's a small portion there that America is still controlling. We don't know, is it 90%, 10%? We don't know that part, but that is what is the accepted belief. And you all know that Trump was really thundering that we need to get the entire Bagram Airbase now, or bad things are going to happen to Afghanistan, to which Afghanistan said, no, we will not give you an inch. Now, that's one story running, and then other people are telling me that, look, China has already occupied the remaining part of the Bagram. That is why Afghanistan is posturing like this. Be that as it may, there is a new proposal now, and what that is that in the recent diplomatic talks with India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. Jaishankar, India hinted that it can maintain and operate the Bagram Airbase if the Taliban government so desires. Remember that permission had to be given to this foreign minister to visit India. Who was the permission giver? United States. That's my belief. And therefore, this is happening under the aegis and blessings of United States. So why would United States say, okay, go and talk to India and see if they can help you out? Because there is probably more truth about China having a lot of control in the Bagram Airbase. Well, we don't know that for a fact, but now India says we can maintain it for you. The proposed cooperation would be framed as Afghan-led security assistance, avoiding the optics of a foreign military presence. There will be no Indian military boots on the ground. Let me be very clear. On the other hand, Indian military engineers, IME, may be deployed unofficially for weapon maintenance and infrastructure servicing. The focus is to support Afghanistan's air defense capabilities under the pretext of self-protection. India is reportedly prepared to supply anti-aircraft guns and Stinger-type surface-to-air weapons to the Taliban government. Why would Taliban government want to use this? It is believed that F-16 fighter jets have really pummeled some areas in Afghanistan, and this was ostensibly for the reason to take out the TTP chief. And it is believed that that guy is still alive, although sometimes these intel go wrong. So we have to wait and see for a few days before the dust settles and we know what really is the truth. Now, what is happening here is there is a quiet move to strategically cooperate with Kabul despite the absence of a formal diplomatic recognition of the Taliban regime. In fact, there is one more controversy that is brewing here. That is, who is maintaining the Kabul airport? Turns out it's a company called GAAC Holding from United Arab Emirates, and that this company, the problem is this company, it just provides manpower to Gulf companies. It is not into aviation management. So if they are not managing the airports in Afghanistan, who is? The group's lack of technical expertise in airport operations has raised questions about the transparency and legitimacy of its contract. Is it possible that, you remember, the Celebi Aviation got kicked out of India? Is it possible that many of them may have now moved to Afghanistan? Well, some regional observers suspect Turkey's indirect involvement in GAAC Holding operations. Turkish aviation company Celebi Aviation may have informal linkages or operational overlaps. Turkey's historical interest in securing influence in Afghan infrastructure, now that Turkey is also a member of NATO, could also suggest a possible behind-the-scenes role. If true, this would give Ankara a logistical foothold in the post-US Afghanistan via a UAE proxy. Now, where are all the places where Taliban is attacking? Taliban is attacking in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. all along the western front of Pakistan. And we know that Taliban does not have combat aircraft. Then if they don't have a combat aircraft, then who is doing all these sorties? Who is carrying out the attacks on Pakistani military locations? It is air power, it is believed. So if it is not Afghanistan, who is supplying the air power? Is it India or is it Turkey? Well, the answer to this question will be made known in the next couple of days, but certainly some could say that Operation Sindoor 2 may be well underway, except not in the way you and I thought. We are going to see some sort of a proxy war being done between Afghanistan and Pakistan, with India providing some help from the background. This is a possibility, because I know Trump is not very happy with Afghan stand in Bagram. So why did Trump want to have the entire Bagram Airbase? So these are all the things you have to connect between the dots to find out the real intent behind a particular statement of a president of United States. India may be playing a covert role, acting on Afghan security requests or shared counter-terrorism interests. If that is the case, we are in for a very interesting time. It also means that India is not afraid to start helping out countries who are in need of help. And this would be a turning point in the way India conducts its external diplomacy. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.